My wife took her daughters shopping, but left mine sitting alone at the mall food court. When I confronted her, she snapped. I thought she had her own plans. So I took my daughter somewhere she couldn't reach us. Now her calls won't stop coming. I, 36M, have been married to my wife Sandra, 34F, for almost 5 years. When we got together, I was a single dad to my daughter Lily, now 7F, and Sandra had 2 daughters from her previous marriage, Zoe, now 8F, and Madison, now 6F. We've always tried to blend our family together, though it hasn't always been easy. Lily's mom passed away when she was just 2. I raised her on my own for 3 years before meeting Sandra. I thought bringing a mother figure into Lily's life would be good for her, and for the most part, our blended family worked reasonably well. Not perfect, but what family is? Recently, though, I've been noticing some worrying patterns. Small things at first, Sandra planning outings with just her biological daughters, or giving them slightly better birthday presents, or posting about her girls on social media with only pictures of Zoe and Madison. I tried not to read too much into it. I figured it was natural for her to have a special bond with her biological children. Lily never complained. She's always been independent and mature for her age. Too mature, sometimes. I think she learned to lower her expectations early to avoid disappointment. It breaks my heart to think about now. Last Saturday was supposed to be a fun day. Sandra had planned to take all 3 girls shopping at Westfield Mall, about an hour from our house. It's the biggest mall in our area with lots of toy stores and a great play area for kids. The girls had been looking forward to it all week, especially since we promised they could each pick out a new outfit and a small toy. I was supposed to be playing golf with some buddies that day, but my friend Mike canceled last minute because his son got sick. I decided to surprise the girls and meet them for lunch at the mall. I figured I'd treat them all to a nice meal during their shopping day. When I arrived around 1:30 p.m., I texted Sandra to ask where they were. She replied that they were at the food court taking a break. Perfect timing, I thought. I headed there, scanning the tables for my family. What I saw stopped me in my tracks. Sandra, Zoe, and Madison were sitting at a table together, surrounded by shopping bags, laughing and eating their lunch. But Lily was nowhere to be seen. I approached, confused. "Hey, where's Lily?" I asked. Sandra looked startled to see me. "Oh, what are you doing here? I thought you had golf." "Mike's son got sick, so we canceled." "Where's Lily?" I repeated. Madison pointed across the food court. "She's over there." I turned to look where she was pointing. And there, at a small table by herself in the corner of the food court, sat my daughter. Alone. Staring at a coloring book with a blank expression, a half-eaten pretzel in front of her. "What the hell?" I said, not even trying to hide my anger. "Why is she sitting by herself?" Sandra shrugged. She said she wasn't hungry when we stopped to eat. She got a pretzel and went to sit over there with her coloring book. I don't know why. I didn't believe that for a second. I walked over to Lily, who looked up in surprise. "Daddy? What are you doing here? My golf game got canceled. What are you doing sitting alone? And where are your shopping bags?" Lily's eyes darted toward Sandra and her daughters nervously. "Oh, we're going to look for my stuff after lunch." Something in her tone told me there was more to the story. "Have you been shopping with them at all today?" She hesitated. "Well, no. Sandra said we'd look for my clothes and toys after they found stuff for Zoe and Madison." My blood began to boil. I looked at my watch. It was already 1:30 p.m., and they'd been at the mall since 10 a.m. 3.5 hours, and they hadn't even started looking for anything for Lily? I walked back to Sandra's table, trying to keep my composure. "Can we talk for a minute? Privately?" I asked Sandra. She sighed dramatically but followed me a short distance away. "What's going on?" she asked. "You tell me. Why has Lily been excluded from the shopping? You've been here for hours." Sandra rolled her eyes. "Don't be so dramatic. We're going to look for her stuff after lunch." "After spending the entire morning shopping for just Zoe and Madison? And why is she sitting alone?" "I told you," she said, "she wasn't hungry. And you thought it was okay to just leave her sitting by herself while you 3 had lunch together?" Sandra's expression hardened. "Look, I'm doing my best here. It's not easy shopping with 3 energetic little girls." "But you're not shopping with 3 girls. You're shopping with 2, and ignoring the 3rd. That's not fair. Lily is always so quiet and agreeable. It's hard to know what she wants." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "Did you even ask her?" Sandra hesitated, which told me everything I needed to know. "And why wasn't she included in lunch?" "I told you. No. The truth, Sandra. Now." Sandra's face flushed with anger. "Fine. You want to know the truth? Zoe and Madison wanted to talk about their new dance class, and I thought it would be nice for them to have some time with just me. Is that such a crime? And what about Lily? Did you think about how she would feel, watching her stepmother and stepsisters having a nice lunch while she sits alone with a pretzel and a coloring book?" "I thought she had her own plans," Sandra snapped. "She's always in her own little world with her books and coloring. She probably preferred to be alone anyway." I stared at her, stunned by her callousness. In that moment, I saw with perfect clarity what had been happening in our family. The subtle exclusions. The different treatment. The way Sandra viewed Lily as separate from her girls. "We're leaving," I said quietly. "What? Don't be ridiculous, we still need to get Lily's things." "I'll take care of it," I replied, already walking away. I went back to Lily and put my hand gently on her shoulder. "Hey, sweetheart. Come on, we're going." She looked confused. "But what about my new clothes and toy?" "Don't worry about it. I have a plan." As we walked to the car, Lily was quiet. Too quiet. I could tell she was fighting back tears. "Hey," I said softly. "I'm sorry about what happened in there." She shook her head. "It's fine, Daddy. Really? I'm used to it. Those 4 words, I'm used to it, broke my heart. My beautiful, kind daughter had grown accustomed to being treated as an afterthought by her stepmother. And I had let it happen. Well, you shouldn't be used to it, I told her firmly. And I'm sorry I didn't notice sooner. She shrugged, but I could see the hurt in her eyes. So what now? She asked. Are we going home? I thought for a moment, then made a decision. No. Definitely not. In fact, how do you feel about taking a little trip? Just you and me? Lily looked up, a small spark of interest in her eyes. What kind of trip? How about we drive down to the coast? Stay at that resort we used to go to when you were littler? The one with the private beach and the big pool with the water slide? For the first time that day, a genuine smile spread across her face. Paradise Cove? Really? We haven't been there in forever. It's only about 3 hours from here. We could be there by dinner time. And they have some really nice shops in town where we could find you new clothes and the best toy store where you can pick out whatever you want. But, Daddy, that place is expensive. Don't worry about that. You deserve something special. And I think we're both due for a break, don't you? She hesitated, then nodded. What about Sandra and the girls? I'll text Sandra once we're on the road. Tell her we need some father-daughter time. Won't she be mad? Probably, I admitted. But right now, I care more about how you feel than how she feels. Lily bit her lip, then nodded. Okay. Let's do it. I drove us home first to pack some overnight bags. Sandra and the girls were still at the mall, so we had the house to ourselves. As Lily packed, I made a quick call to Paradise Cove Resort and was relieved to find they had a suite available for 2 nights. It was more than I'd planned to spend, but seeing the light back in Lily's eyes was worth every penny. On our way out of town, I texted Sandra, Lily and I are taking a short trip. We'll be back Monday. Don't worry about us. Then I turned off my phone.